You mentioned two parts about your history. One is when you want to get involved, you did these informational meetings with attorneys, and then you were able to find jobs. We have a lot of law students and people getting involved, and that's so interesting that you did that. That you had these informational meetings and just didn't start sending resumes on online websites or something. Like develop relationships. That's so important. Did those informational meetings themselves lead to finding job opportunities, or how did that connect?
Yeah, they both did, in fact. So the interesting thing with Tachi, Goss, and Lee, which we're now still partners with Tachi and Lee, they have a Cape office. They're quite hands off with us. Daniel and I really do our own thing in London, but had a very great relationship with all three of the partners there when I left. But basically, what I would do is send a resume, make a phone call, ask for an informational interview. And everybody was so willing to meet, which I think is reflective of the immigration bar. And we've seen that, through the very stressful Trump years and now the very stressful COVID years. But people would meet. And so what happened with my first immigration job was actually the partner at the firm that was hiring was employment. And he had seen that I had some experience with employment law. And so they said, we don't quite have a slot for you in immigration yet, but we've noted your interest. And so once we do, we will move you into that role. But in the meantime, we need you to do employment law, which it was like awesome. I did I was second chair in a trial for employment discrimination. I hated litigation completely, but I'm glad I got to experience all that. And then within, a few months, they've moved me over to the immigration side. And the same with London, actually. I mean, it helped. I had the ability to work in the UK. It was a different immigration system when I was looking, but that helped a lot. But I did meet with everybody. And ultimately, one of the firms that I met with was hiring and had a need for somebody who because I had done some consular work within the US with ease. And I think that was sort of the selling point, that I wasn't starting from scratch when I got there.